Our Mandalorian review series continues with the Mythrol from the very first episode of The Mandalorian on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
Hey out there, action figure land. We're back with another Mandalorian review. This time the Mythrol. The Mythrol appeared in the very first episode of The Mandalorian, titled The Mandalorian. And then he appeared again in season 2 in The Siege. And they made an action figure of him. Came out last year. I'm just now getting around to opening it. But here he is. Nice card art here. This is actually from the season 2 episode where he was working for Reef Karga. Comes with some nice accessories here, some binders, blaster pistol, looks like a welder, some kind of totem. I don't remember him having this in the show, but yeah. The Mythrol. Here is his cross cell, which is same cross cell we got on another figure, and he is VC225. Mythrol was a pretty cool figure. Character in the show. This might be actually his second action figure. I have to verify, but he might, in the carbon frozen version of him might have come with the Razor Crest. I'm not sure, but this is his first, sucking air version, so to speak. So we're gonna get him out, take a look at him, and give some impressions. All right, so we got the Mythrol out and on the turntable. I'm not gonna turn the turntable this time, but here he is with his accessories. I've got the binders here. These binders come with other figures. It's not the first time we've gotten these. This is along the lines of your standard Imperial blaster. Quite a few figures come with these too, including some that you will be seeing on the channel very soon. And then you've got this welder, and I'm not sure if this is a new accessory, but there may be a Chewbacca or something out there that comes with it, because it looks very similar to the tool Chewbacca was using in The Empire Strikes Back, working on the Millennium Falcon. And then last but not least is this blue thing. And I believe this is a hologram. Like this is a projecting hologram of the Mythrol. That's probably what was going on in the show. When they were hacking the security system of the Imperial outpost that was hiding on Navarro. So of course we have the Mythrol himself with his jacket on. He almost seems carbonized in a weird way, because he wasn't quite shiny. He was more of a matte blue in the show. Of course that's how he is on the package. He's not really very shiny, but it's okay. Lots of color detail in this outfit. Not a bad figure, but it definitely goes along the lines of sort of like back in the day. I remember when episode 1 came out, there were all these figures of like old men. So you had like C.O. Bibble and Senator Palpatine and the guy, Rick Olay, who flew the Nubian class starship, and people were like, you know, all these action figures of old men. They're like almost like non-action figures, and I think the Mythrol sort of fits that bill too. He's not really, you know, built for a bunch of action, so to speak. But being a modern Star Wars figure, he does have a high degree of posability. Now, well, he has a degree of posability. So I'm pushing his legs forward, and you don't really want to go all that forward. See here, I'm sort of stressing them. They go somewhat out. I don't want to break them, but that's about as far as I can get this leg, and this leg doesn't even want to do that. And then, of course, he's got the swivel, thigh swivel. His knees bend, and he has the ankle rocker. He has somewhat of an ab crunch. Obviously, you can do the T-pose. Elbow joints. And he actually has a wrist hinge. It's kind of interesting. His head looks down somewhat and up not very much. Obviously you can twist his waist. So all the articulation is there, but he doesn't do it very well. So, you know, if you're like a person who collects vehicles and stuff, don't even try and put him in a vehicle. It's not gonna happen. I'm trying to see, here we go. So if you look very closely on his legs, he was in the package that way. Here's where the hinge is for him to have his legs go forward. So he can kick. You just gotta kind of figure out how they put him in the package. So he can kick, so he can ride in a vehicle, but you have to make sure the legs are in the correct position. They still don't go very far back. So there you go. So in the show, of course, he was kind of this smarmy kind of character, kind of a cowardly, not all that great in combat, but had some technical skills to help out the group. I'm actually surprised that since they decided to bring him back in season 2, I'm surprised he's still working for Grief Karga on Navarro, but you know, so it goes. There we got him with his weapon in one hand and his welder in the other. Which I suppose could be a weapon in and of itself if you really want to go there. And the welder is definitely made of this soft, kind of bendy plastic, so you're bending it a little bit, but it holds up well. Yeah, maybe get like a little desk for him or something. But he's definitely the definition of, he fits the bill for a non-action figure, to bring back that term. But he's cool. He definitely will stand up well on a shelf and display well. So, there's definitely value in him. If you want to get all the characters related to the Mandalorian, then you probably want this guy. You can you can recreate the scene with him from The Siege, where him, Cara Dune, Din Djarin, and Magistrate Greef Karga go on the mission to infiltrate an Imperial outpost. So you're pretty much good with that scene. I don't even think Grogu was there some kind of way. Maybe he was. He didn't do much if he was. Because the Vintage Collection version of Greef Karga is the Magistrate. They have not given us, episode 1 Greef Karga or season 1 Greef Karga, which is definitely something I feel like is overdue. Definitely want that guy. But yeah, there you go. So I'm going to move on to final thoughts. So final thoughts on the Mythrol. He's a pretty cool action figure from a detail standpoint. You get a lot of nice detail on the figure. He definitely stands well and displays well. I don't think he's doing any Jedi flips or anything like that. That's not the character. But even if he's not a very important character to the Mandalorian, he's kind of important. He got 2 appearances. So yeah, I'm gonna give the Mythrol. I'll give him an 8. He's not a bad figure. It's just, the role of the character is not one that's all that action oriented. Yet he does have a blaster, so he can kind of get into the action. I think 8's good. Alright, that's gonna do it for this video for this week. There'll be more Mandalorian next week. I'm gonna run one of these every week. The Mandalorian is running for season 3. So this is just the latest one. I think we're on week 3. Wanted to get him out of the way early because he's not very sexy. He's not a sexy action figure, but he is a serviceable action figure. So yeah. If you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and comment, and hit your notifications so you can see when I put out further videos. I do get quite a few of them out. I get videos out on a fairly good clip, at least 3 a week at this point. And I'd certainly love to, keep everybody entertained and play with some action figures on camera. So if you are already a follower of the channel, thank you so much for your continued support, and I'll keep delivering the content. For now, everybody stay safe, and I will see you all on the next video. Peace.